you're also going to come into contact with something called a gaiter. I didn't know what a gaiter was when I first started out, so I just said, what the hell is a gaiter? What a gaiter is, it's protection from debris and rain from normal hiking. Now, when you got a high cut boot like this, you probably don't need a gaiter. You would probably need a gaiter maybe if it's raining to help seal up the boot and either hiking pants or your leg, so the rainwater will run off your leg, off the gaiter, and off the boot. It doesn't get inside and soak your socks. Now for mid-level and low cut, gaiters are pretty much a necessity if you want to keep debris out of your shoe. Gaiter basically has a clip that clips on to the shoe. It has a strap that goes underneath the boot to secure it in place, and the rest goes around your ankle, cinches up, and that keeps everything out. So that's basically what a gaiter is. There's two types of gaiters. There is the 3-season gaiter, which is a short little gaiter like this, and then there is a gaiter for winter hiking, and I would suggest having a winter gaiter if you're going to go hiking in the snow. And that goes basically from your ankle all the way up to your knee, and that locks everything into place. Keeps snow out of your boot. So I would recommend gaiters definitely for winter hiking, and I would strongly recommend this for 3-season backpacking, especially with a low-cut boot or a trail runner. Moving on into winter, if you decide to hike in the winter and it's rained and it's frozen over, you're probably going to want some additional traction. This is a Cottage Microspikes, but there's other versions out there. There's the Yak Tracks. What this is like a crampon. It slides over your boot and it has additional traction so you don't slip and fall while you're on the trails and there's a lot of ice. I've used these. These are the more higher end versions, the Cottage Microspikes, and rightfully so. They're very durable. I wore this for a 10-mile round trip. I walked on pure ice, and these gripped in, and I didn't fall. And they've held up pretty well. There's other versions like the Yak Tracks, and I'm seeing a lot of reviews where, although they're decent, the durability isn't there. And if I'm going to spend 40, 50 bucks, I'd rather go this way instead of spending 15, 20 bucks or 30 bucks and getting something that's going to crap out of me after 10 or 15 miles. And then if you're you're hiking and you're going in about 2, 3, 4 feet of snow, I would highly recommend what's called a snowshoe. If you don't have a snowshoe, and I've encountered this. I went out and there was 2 feet of snow locally, and then I went on a day hike with my girlfriend in March, and there was a lot of snow left on Bear Mountain in New York. In the morning, it's all ice. It's hard as a rock, and by noon, when it hit around 50 degrees, you do what's called post-holing. Whereas when you step on what you appear to be solid ground, and your leg slides 2 or 3 feet into the snow, and you're constantly picking your feet up in and out, it takes a lot out of you, slows you down a lot. To be honest, I haven't used these yet. I actually just picked these up about a month ago, so I can't give you a review on this particular version or snowshoe yet, but I can go over the basics. Snowshoe basically disperses your weight in a great area. It allows you not to sink in as far and allows you to keep going in a smooth hike. It has usually an aluminum frame. The material is called the deck, which allows you to maintain your hike. What separates many snowshoes from each other, really, is the crampons on the bottom. If you're going to go over rolling hills or flat terrain, the crampons are not going to be as aggressive. However, if you're going into steeper terrain, you want something that has aggressive crampons, which are these little jagged edges which help dig into the snow and dig into the ice. Another feature, if you're going to go into steep terrain, is a heel bar. When you're going up steep terrain and using snowshoes, your calf usually gets fatigued from being on your tippy toes. This prevents that. That's basically it. I chose to go with a very aggressive crampon only because I know I do a lot of hiking in steep terrain. Also, I didn't want to have multiple shoes. So if I know I'm also going to be going on rolling hills or smooth terrain and then possibly going up steep terrain, I want something that covers all three. So I basically went that route. As soon as I actually get some snow on the ground, I'll give you guys a proper review. But that's basically it. So I think that covers basically everything, or the basics of what you're going to be encountering as you're reviewing, reading up, and researching items that are related to your feet. Alright? Hope you enjoyed.